Did you see friend of the program, maybe our favorite college basketball player of all time, Coleman Hawkins, was getting a little spicy on Twitter yesterday?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, of course.
Allegedly.
So there's an account called MVC Madness, apparently like a Missouri Valley Conference or something account. Anyway, was trolling Illinois, I think, and tweeted Brad Underwood would have more success if actually he recruited in Illinois than halfway across the world. Hashtag changed my mind. Basically, like, I mean, you heard what I said. Stop recruiting all across the globe, recruit from Illinois. And Coleman Hawkins, one of one, Illinois legend, three-time champion, by the way, responded and said, quote, he did. And then he left and went to Michigan. LOL. It's a direct dagger of a shot at my center, Morez Johnson. Car, do you like this from Coleman? And do you think there's any truth to it?
I mean, I don't know. The whole like recruit in your home state thing is overblown to me. Maybe it's I'm a little more desensitized to it because I'm from Michigan and the MHSAA is one of the worst organizations of all time and it causes kids in Michigan to leave and go play elsewhere. Um, Also the whole like playing for your home state thing doesn't have as much allure as people like to make it up to be, unless that person was like a longtime fan. But I will say this, he kind of does have a point because everyone does always say like, "Oh, Brad, why don't you, recruit this?" And when he recruited the Mr. Illinois basketball player, like, what more do you want from him? He got the best player in the state of Illinois last year, 2 years ago.
Who?
Morez.
Oh, my center.
Yeah, your center.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got him.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
got him. I got him now.
You do have him now.
Mm.
He's yours.
Yep.
Did I mention he's yours?
I just want to make sure we had the right name here.
Yeah.
Look, obviously I'm enjoying this. Look, Coleman, we know this from having conversations with him on the show. He's the only player we've interviewed twice before, and I think you can go back and watch those. I think they're pre the YouTube ban that we deleted a bunch of videos from. He tells it how it is. He's not afraid to say things that most players would be afraid to say. And now he's done with college basketball, so he can be even more free with what he chooses to say. But one thing that we can never, ever, ever argue, no one could ever accuse him of otherwise here. Coleman cares about Illinois like a lot. Like, I think more than most players that graduate or come from any program in the country care about their program. Coleman really cares about Illinois. And you can believe with your heart and soul and brain and everything that Coleman is paying attention to what Illinois is doing. Coleman is paying attention to the players that are being brought in. Coleman is rooting for Illinois. He's going to go back for games, certainly, but also like he kind of knows what's going on. Brad's recruiting a bunch of Euros right now. Brad's catching some heat for his approach right now. We'll see what happens with Andrei Stojakovic, but this is like a real controversial talking point. I saw the Field of 68 was doing like, is this good for the game? We kind of had that conversation. There's a lot of unorthodox shit going on here that is certainly a lot different than from when Coleman played for Brad Underwood 2 years ago. And, I don't think it was a guarantee how Coleman would feel about it. Because you can tell me, like, former Illinois players are looking at this like, this isn't my Illinois. This is weird. And instead, this is Coleman kind of going on record to an extent defending Brad. I know it's like a troll account, kind of just a fun exchange, but like to an extent, like, listen, Brad did want college, high school players from Illinois. We wanted those guys. It's risky to recruit them right now because they'll just leave if they don't get exactly what they want. And I think it's really interesting. It's honestly a pretty, I don't know, compelling statement on the state of college sports right now. Because one thing that's really true, Cart, these Europeans ain't leaving Illinois for somewhere else. The first time a European comes to Illinois and then leaves for another college after being at Illinois, I think that will be a first. I don't think that will ever happen. So I think there's some truth to what Coleman is saying here. We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
Of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video.
Did you see the response tweet where someone tweeted out the best players that were in the state of Illinois last year?
I liked that. There weren't any good ones.
Yeah, that was a good
One
poll.
of those dudes is going to be good.
Gil,
No, well, he might be okay, but no.
which one?
Who's the top guy on the list? See, now I'm not even remembering it.
Not
But
the kid going to Bradley, right?
when I saw this, there was one name that I recognized that I was like, that kid's going to be pretty good. He's a 4-star.
Oh, who was it?
See the
Damn,
fact that I don't even know it.
damn it! I wish I had that tweet.
I figured you had it up and you would save me, but all right, yeah, point proven. Don't recruit high school kids that we don't even know the name of. Uh, Last thing on this.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to be clipped, but I really want to ask you this. How much money do we believe Illinois offered Morez?
Had to be less than what Michigan did.
And just give me a number. Alleged. Shout out Coleman. Allegedly, give me a number.
$1 million.
Let's say they offered $1 million. That seems fair. Seems reasonable. What do you think Illinois offered Coleman last year? The year that Coleman left Illinois to go play at Kansas State. What did Illinois offer?
1.4.
I don't think they offered. That's what we were told, right? They didn't. There was no world that Illinois and Coleman were going to do a fifth year.
Ah.
Remember how we kept being like, why? And
Yeah,
everyone was just like, it's done. Because they needed to get Benham Rickhouse in. Y'all remember that? That was a weird thing, right?
I do.
Here's the point. Coleman went to another college for $2 million, allegedly, right?
Yes.
So let's say that $1 million you think Illinois offered Morez. What did Michigan offer Morez, allegedly? Give me a number.
1.5.
1.6. How about that?
Okay.
Just allegedly,
Allegedly, of course.
that might be the number. 1.6 allegedly. So $600,000 gap allegedly, if we have these numbers correct, which I'm sure we don't, but allegedly that would be a fair way to approach this. $600,000 difference between staying at Illinois and playing at Michigan. If senior year Coleman Hawkins had been offered $1.6 million to go to Michigan, does he do it? The Illinois fan channel in our Discord violently says he would not. This got real violent with me in a quick exchange this weekend.
Like if he got the same, okay, other scenario, he gets the same amount of money he got at Kansas State.
Sure.
Yeah, he would have went to Michigan. Yes. Yes.
How many players in Illinois history would turn down an extra $1 million to go to a different interconference school?
I'd say none.
Not many. Like how many players
I
anywhere?
truly believe none.
So, like, you get where I'm going with this? Like,
Yeah,
it's
but also let me lay some groundwork here. I feel that way about Michigan State players. Like if they're getting $1 million more to go to Michigan, I think they would.
and this may make its way back to Coleman because again, anytime we have Coleman conversations, usually it finds its way to Coleman. Coleman, we love you. Open invite, come back to the show. Come tell us how wrong we are to our face. We would love it. But like, does nobody see the humor here in like guy who left for 2 million alleged dollars making fun of guy that left Illinois for more money at Michigan? Like that is what just happened here, right?
Yeah, kind of. Somewhat. Yeah, actually it is.
Go get paid. Everyone. I'm telling go get paid. Go get paid.
Go get monies.
Go get paid. If a player at Michigan was offered $1 million less than they were offered at Illinois, I would tell them to go to Illinois.
Money.
But it won't happen because I'm rich.
Okay. I knew it was coming back to that.
I'm sorry. Love you, Coleman. Hope all is well. Good luck in the draft this year. Can we get Coleman on Draftapalooza again if he's getting drafted?
I would love him to be a recurring guest.
We should try. We'll try.
We'll try.